I asked in a video, what is your dog's purpose? And a lot of people do say they want a dog to protect them, their family. But what if you're not willing to have that kind of dog? What if you ignore the dog's cues and you're just, mistaking him for being noisy? Are you ready for that dog? Are you willing to work with that dog, understand that dog, so that dog can protect you and your family, or even just alert you when something's off? Now, we're all human. And I made a big mistake with my dog, Titus. Moving into a new place and setting everybody up, meaning him and the cats, up for a happy life. So one night, I dismissed my dog's warning. Puppy, sorry, he is now 8 months old. But anyways, he was in his kennel like normal. And something was different about this night, but I brushed it off. See, when he needs to go outside, he whines. When he wants to get out, usually he doesn't start this until 6 o'clock in the morning, but if he needs to go to the bathroom, he whines. So on one particular night, he was doing this low bark. Now, there's a window behind where his kennel is that he can see, and I had that window open so that I could get airflow, and I was just thinking, there's probably someone walking behind, there's a canal there, so he started doing this low bark, and I kind of said, hey, Titus, go to sleep. It's okay. Rookie mistake. In the morning, I got up to do my blood flow therapy. I didn't really think anything of anything. It usually takes about 45 minutes to do that. So I get up to make my coffee, and I hear this banging sound coming from outside. And I'm thinking, oh great, the ghost is back, like what now? But it was like this, this bang. And I was like, oh crap. And I looked around and I was like, where's Lumen? Lumen is almost a year old, maybe a year old. And he is Titus's favorite friend, a cat. When I got Titus, Lumen was a lot younger too, so they kind of grew up together. And I run over to the window where the couch is, and it looks like it has been not entirely pushed out. The screen hasn't been pushed out, but it has been cut at the bottom. Easy for Lumen to escape. And I run outside, and I'm calling for Lumen, and I'm not even hearing that mournful meow sound that, cats do when they're lost or when they want to get inside. Nothing. But I know he's out there. Eventually, he runs through the yard and he goes back here. And it's just like this rectangle, kind of like fenced in area. And he's banging on front and back. Just, the cat has gone feral. He's acting feral as fuck. So I go inside, and I'm just, I gotta get ready for work. What do? But it occurs to me later on, Titus was acting different. Titus never barks in the middle of the night. And I'm giving myself a break. I'm thinking he's hearing something outside. Yeah, he heard something. He heard his friend escape to go back on the back porch again. And I see Lumen, and I'm trying to corner him, catch him. And he takes off, and I tell Titus to go after him, and Titus runs after him. And that cat, up over the fence where there's massively huge dogs, I'm like, well, that's it, he's dead. I gotta go, get ready for work. And I know a lot of, people will be like, how could you not, go after, like, what am I supposed to do? He is out of his mind, feral acting. So I go inside. I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. Titus is kind of like beside himself, looking at me like, you know what, bitch? I told you to wake the fuck up. But he's a good boy. He listens. He doesn't continue. Now, if it was someone trying to come in the house, yeah, different story. Oh, different story. But I'm thinking I'm just going to go out. I open up the door that goes out into the garage. there's that damn cat. Runs inside the house. I go after him, I'm looking at him like, really, dude? Seriously? Was that necessary? I shut the windows so they can't have access to the screens anymore. But I'm just running it through my head all day at work. I'm thinking, that's my fault. That's my bad. That was, But when you're in that sleep state and you're trying to, go to sleep and you're barely awake, and it's just that low kind of warning bark, but now I know. Now I know that when my dog does that, when my puppy does that, I know to get off my ass, get up and see, check everything, see what's going on, grab my pew-pew just in case, and check everything. So, yeah, lesson learned. Always learning. I mean, he's, like I said, 8 months old. I've had him since he was 2 months old. We're still learning, so message received.